It's time for us to make the no longer available but much loved Taco Bell Mexican pizza. Except we're gonna do it way bigger and way frickin' better. Never had it. Full disclosure, never had it. Well, I'm trying to think now. Could there have been a late night drive-through when all my faculties were not present? I think you know what I mean when I say that. Could have been. Zero recollection. I'm going with I've never had it. I know what it looks like, and I'm guessing it tastes like anything from Taco Bell squished flat, right? And kind of crispy. Though when I've seen them, they don't look crispy. We're gonna try and fix that. We're making a large format. Stand by. We have our giant taco shop flour burrito tortillas. Yes, they're gonna be great. A little concerned about getting them crispy. It's gonna be a struggle.
Hence the paella pan.
Oh yes, we'll be using the paella pan to try and figure this out. Do you remember the last time we brought out the paella pan? It was for, well here, Max will just give you a little clip of it. 2, 3.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, that was fun. It was good. It was big. It was fun. This will also be big. This will also be, I think, delicious. We got some cool stuff to do to it. So here's how we start. We grind our own beef, and then we're kind of there. I've simplified that, but you'll see. That's what we're dealing with. This is 3/4 pound of short rib, boneless of course, 3/4 pound of brisket. They're all in relatively thin strips. They'll work in our grinder. And then we add one more thing when this is all done. But for now, let's grind away. Short rib first. And out she comes. And out she comes. This is actually a good grinder. We used to have an attachment that sucked. Look at it, just pulls it down by itself. And now the brisket. I love this. Last one. Go on, baby. And we're there. Great stuff. Great stuff, everybody. Nice work. That's a great blend for a burger. It's going to be amazing for what we're doing today. Okay, one more thing to add. Let me just get rid of the grinder. And our final ingredient is 1/2 pound of beef chorizo. Like this. Yes, I know it's a little gooky, but that's okay. I didn't need to do that. This could actually all just go right into the pan. That was stupid of me, so let's do that. First thing in the pan, some avocado oil, and then all of this nonsense. In it goes. And as you can imagine, we just break it all apart and we cook it. The chorizo, the short rib, and the brisket are gonna be a huge upgrade from regular ground beef. And then the chorizo is just gonna add that gorgeous punch of those oh-so Mexican chili-based flavors. We'll add a little bit of extra stuff to this, but for now, it's looking beautiful.
Why couldn't Taco Bell incorporate some chorizo into their meat?
That's a good question. I think that's the path of least resistance. They must go through a jillion pounds of ground beef every day.
Fucking Allen.
It's the Allens of the world that are preventing this from happening. As this starts to do its thing, we got a couple other things we can be doing right over here. So let's bring this guy here. This guy will also get some oil. And now going into this will be what we used the other day for one of our hot dogs. That I think a layer of these jalapenos is going to be incredible. Along with some red onion, and I have some garlic to add in a bit. But this we're just gonna start to soften. And we don't need them too soft. Let them have a little texture still. But this is gonna be a really welcome component here. Everybody happy with this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty, it's gonna be delicious. Now one more thing, we'll just keep moving the pans around the Evo. We'll bring in a little pot, this kind of little pot. And this will be for that sort of sauce that Taco Bell makes that goes on stuff like this. And I'm making this up, but I'm going with some store-bought enchilada sauce. Great, one of my favorite things to keep in the pantry, and about a 1/4 cup of tomato paste. We'll let that start to warm up and it will do its thing and be fantastic. Come back here to our beef. Oh, I'm so happy here. I'm so happy with what's going on here. I'm telling you how good these flavors are gonna be. By the way, this would make just the most outstanding taco meat, right?
Oh yeah.
For tacos, for burritos, for
That's what I'm saying.
everything.
Taco Bell, throw a little chorizo in your game. Come on.
Oh, they should. Okay. So now just shepherd everything along. We'll break up this tomato paste a little bit, start to get it mixed in here with the enchilada sauce. It'll thicken it up, it'll add flavor. It's gonna be great. Oops. These guys, they're doing nicely. Another couple minutes, I'm gonna add some garlic to that. Okay, so for now, just carry on with what the plan is. We're cooking the beef and the chorizo. We're mixing our sauce, getting it hot, and it's almost smooth to where we need it. Oh yeah, that's good. That's gonna be delicious. And the jalapenos, the onions are looking great. In fact, I think I now will add some garlic to this. So we've made a little landing spot in the middle, a little splash of avocado oil, and then our sliced garlic, not minced, sliced.
Why?
Sliced because I like the idea that you'll get a bite of it. That it'll be not just a background note, but a nice, decent bite, hopefully. All right, back to the beef. You can see what's happening here now. Looking beautiful. So I'm gonna add a couple little seasonings to bring this guy along, and it will look like this. Garlic powder. I mean, look you could probably just call these out before I even put them in. I use the same ones so often. Cumin, little chipotle chili powder, salt and pepper, and we mix. Okay, this is mixed. Let's just have a quick little taste and see how this little profile's doing. Like the way it looks. Oh my God. Honestly, it's like the best thing ever. Wait, I want to add something. It's cooked, but you can see it's a little bit dry, and that's okay. But I don't want it wet, but I want it not so dry. So I'm gonna add maybe a third of a cup of beef broth and see how it does. If I feel like adding more, I'll do that. But this is basically perfect. Oh God, an amazing blend. Okay, let me just check. The sauce is ready and making a huge mess. We can pull this off now. And our peppers, just starting to get some color, and great, done. Beef doing its thing. I say we turn the meat. Hey, cut that out. I say we turn the beef down, let it do its thing a little bit here, but now we can turn our attention to what will become my struggle with the giant tortillas. Okay, so here's what I would have done had I been using small enough tortillas. Excuse me, let's just see who this is. It's Jordan. I need to call you back, but I love you. Bye. I could turn that off too. Here's what I would have done had I been using regulation sized tortillas. I would have put a pan on the heat. I would have put some oil in the bottom. I would have put the tortilla in it. And over a couple of minutes, turn the tortilla back and forth a couple times till it got crispy, and then take it out and put it on a rack. Done a second one, Bob's your uncle, we're ready to go. Problem is, we're using these oversized tortillas, and the only thing I have to use to put them in is my paella pan. Hear that echo? Hello, 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 hello. So this goes on the heat on my barbecue, and we'll start getting hot. But we need some oil in here, so I will grab my trusty Chosen Foods avocado oil, and I will add a bunch to this, not too much. So, well, there you go. I think that could be the perfect amount. If not, it's what I'm going with. See, the tortilla is this big and was just really gonna live on this side. I think it's gonna be okay. But I wanna do one thing to the tortillas first as this oil is heating up. If you've ever used puff pastry, one of the things you do from keeping it from puffing up too much is you poke holes into it. So I know when I fry tortillas before they start to bubble, and I want this to be relatively flat, so when I build this Mexican pizza, it's not goofy wavy. That's my thinking. So I'm gonna take a small knife and poke holes all the way through with the hope that, you know what that game, you ever seen that game? You know what that is?
Whack-a-mole?
No, but you do it with a knife in your hand. It's this. And I think the point is, how fast can you go? I can't do it. It's freaking me out too much. Nobody's seen that? Have you guys never seen that?
I know what you're
Classic
talking about.
cowboy thing.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's a cowboy thing. Yeah. Okay. As soon as this is warm enough, and it's going to be a couple minutes, you don't have to sit through it. We'll come back when it's ready. You're going to be down there.
Tell me where to go.
No.
Tell you where to go.
No. I said you're going to be down. F off. All right. We think we're there, and we're going to try this. Oh boy. So Here's the key. The key will be, forget what I said about the bubbles. It didn't work. I have to keep turning it because the paella pan is clearly too big for my grill, so the whole thing isn't all evenly hot. Oh, but it's kind of doing it, you know? Yeah. Sam's not so stupid after all. We're gonna give it a turn in a second. Carefully, carefully. Max, you're in the Shamu zone. You might want to. Max is in the splash zone. Let's see what happens. Let's try it. Here we go. Oh, you tell me that's not a thing of beauty? Baby, please. And by the way, look at it's keeping itself pretty flat. So while there was a couple bubbles, it could have gone wavy AF and it hasn't. Crispy. Yes. I'm a happy guy. All right, 30 more seconds. This is fantastic. I'm about as happy as I could be. Happy as a clam. Happy as a pig in S. All right, so now what I don't want to do is ruin this when I pick it up. So I'm going to do this, let it drip a bit. Drip, 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 up, buddy. And then on there. Perfect. Let's get number 2 happening. And in we go. Or as Guy Fieri would say, everybody in the pool. And by the way, if I ever say that expression, just slap me. Wow, this one's gonna go faster. This is starting to get hot now. You know what we should do with this paella pan one day? We should actually make fucking paella in it.
Yeah.
We never have. Okay, ready to turn?
Ready to turn.
Sir.
Sir.
Or Poppy, whatever. Okay, so this could not have turned out better in my mind. Oh, we have extra tortillas now. All right, now this guy's ready. We'll gently pick him up. Let him drip, 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 drip. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Gently lay him down. And in about 1 minute, we're gonna build. And here we go. I'm gonna be quite honest with you and tell you, I am so excited, I'm almost peeing myself. Okay, you've got your crispy bottom layer and we put on top of those refried beans. Look, we just made these the other day, so I didn't think I needed to redo the whole thing for you, but just so you know, it's a quick process. Drain a can of pinto beans, get them in a pot with a little onion, let them start to warm up, give them back a little bit of the bean juice that was in the can, couple quick seasonings, mash it up, and voila. And if you don't want to do that, you can buy them already made. So now I will very carefully try and spread this out so I don't jack up the integrity of my hard-fought tortilla crispness.
Hard won.
Hard fought and won. Oh God. I mean, really, please. I can tell you right now, this is going to be a big boy and heavy. You want this to be even, and if you're working with Max, you want it to be neat as a button because he gets really crazy about his pictures if I do something wrong. How's that looking, Maxie boy?
Beautiful.
I'm okay to close enough to all your edges for you? Do you want me closer?
I think up here. You could come a little closer. Yeah. There you go.
I never know how to read you. Sometimes I get to that, please, we don't really want it right in the edge. Sometimes we do want it right in the edge. I think we're perfect here. All right, now comes our ground beef, and that's gonna look like. So this is 2 pounds of ground brisket, short rib, and the chorizo. I mean, I'm not going for Guinness World Record Taco Bell Mexican pizza in terms of weight.
I mean, we're not going for the world record.
Well, look, you got to fill the thing up properly. Use a big tortilla. You got to have the proper amount of coverage. Let me tell you, we've been having bites of this in between. It is so good. This combination needs to be something that you get on your radar and make on the regular, if you know what I mean. Okay, next up are peppers, onions, and garlic. And that's this guy. Ah, you get this close to your face and the smell is really outstanding. See, this is why you want the garlic in those slices as opposed to minced. Shit, son. You could just throw cheese on this right now and call it a day and it would be brilliant. So the cheese goes on top, but I'm just gonna add a little here just to sort of work as glue. Just a little bit. And we shredded both medium cheddar and Monterey Jack, and that should be enough. Oh shit. Okay, next up is this guy. Next up, our sauce. And I'm not taking any chances by losing my crunch factor here. So I will now use a brush to try and get this around. And I just want sort of a reasonable layer. I don't want it too thick. Oh, this is perfect. Yes. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be perfect. What time did the Guinness people show up? By the way, the rain just started. It's San Diego. What the hell, man? Now our 2 cheeses. And of course, the cheddar goes first. Anybody know why?
No.
So it does,
white.
because of the white, exactly.
You want the white on top.
I want the white on top to poke through. I just really don't know. This now needs to go under the broiler. I actually don't know how that's going to happen, how I'm going to pick this thing up. I do have an idea. Oh yes, I have an idea. Okay. And now the white. Here's what we're going to do. Okay, going to grab one thing from inside. All right, so here's what we've got. I've got a baking sheet upside down. I don't want it falling into these edges here. It's too precarious. So I will now slide this super thin underneath. We good?
We're good.
Let's get it under the broiler. And here we are. Look how pretty that is. Needs 2 things. You ready for the 2 things? First will be some tomatoes. Oh my gosh, this is brilliant. And it smells so damn good. Perfect? Perfect. Last but not least, you knew this was coming. Yes, my beloved green onions. It's a pop of color, ladies and gentlemen, and a delicious one at that. Oh, for God's sakes. For God's sakes. Should we weigh it?
Yes.
All right, so here's how I figure this out. Just be careful here. Move this off. Now I take my scale. I set it here. Oh, I need that other pan. Chancey, pass me that pan. Because I can't be transferring this thing off of that, I'm going to do this. So I want to get my units for pounds and ounces. I put this on, and I put this on, and now I zero it out. Can you see in there? Can you see what that?
I can't. No, it's 0.
It's 0?
Yeah.
Okay, so now when I take this off and replace it with that other one, it'll give us the real weight, and here we go. Now, and this one, it's a little hot, it's a little hot.
How are we going to see it?
How are we going to see that?
Here, hold on. I can stick my phone in there and take a picture.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good. But let me know if that works. I can do this. Watch. I'm just scared something's going to happen. Here, hold on. I have no idea. Okay.
We're such idiots.
Well, wait a second. It was fine there. So watch. That should go to 0. It does go to 0. So those are mils. Those are pounds, ounces. I can do this. We're at ounces. It's all zeroed out, okay? I just can't, my phone. The problem is that I just can't see. Hold on. At 79 ounces.
4.9 pounds.
It's 5
It's
pounds.
a 5-pounder.
It's 4.9375 pounds. Damn it.
Wow.
Okay. Now I got to get it off carefully, carefully. And the transfer is complete. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. 5-pound Taco Bell Mexican pizza. All right, I'm very happy. All right, we'll just try a wedge. I mean, it's a pizza, right? And it sounds like a, well, very thin crust pizza. Oh my gosh. Look what's going on here. Look at this. That is a fatty Mexican pizza slice.
Damn.
Well, somebody's got to do this, so it might as well be me. I have one theory. Wait. If when Taco Bell was selling them, they tasted like that, it'd still be on the menu. Ever think why it's not on the menu? They don't take something off the menu that they're selling a lot of. The 2 kinds of beef with the chorizo. Fantastic difference. Fantastic. And now this, the peppers, onions and garlic under the lid are stupendous. This is whack, it's so good. By the way, party size. All right, that's it for me. What I'm about to do will only be meaningful to one person in this audience. Dave, thank you. We love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Hey, subscribe if you haven't.